there's one thing I've learnt this year, it's that photography has a way of taking you places you never meant to go. What started as a few casual days out in London eventually grew into something much bigger. Quiet parks, bustling canals, airports, bridges, and places that I'd never even heard of before picking up the camera. It was never planned, and it definitely didn't follow the timeline I'd imagined at the start of the year. I certainly didn't expect it to change how I see London. Looking back, this photography project began out of nothing really. But then don't you find that the best plans, they can sometimes come to fruition when you least expect it. Back in January, I decided to come out here to Greenwich Park to capture one of my favourite views over the London skyline. I enjoyed it so much that when I got home, I started looking into other parts of the capital that I could head to with the camera. I mean, London, it's a huge place, isn't it? It's one of the most well-known capitals in the world. I grew up not far from Greenwich. I spent 10 years working in the city. Even now, I occasionally have to travel up into London for work purposes, rather than for pleasure. Across all those years, I only ever saw London purely as a place to live and as a place to work. I never looked beyond that. That trip to Greenwich Park at the start of the year saw the birth of the London Photography Project for 2025 for me. I started looking into visiting places that I'd never previously visited with the camera here in London. And if I'm being honest, my research took me down a rabbit hole, finding out about places that up until then, I never really knew they existed. I even mentioned it at the start of the year. I wanted some kind of photography project, some kind of photography challenge to entertain me across 2025. I mean, back in 2024, I came out to this one location, shot this one composition across each of the 4 different seasons. Well, one disappointment from this London photography project is the fact I've not quite been able to stay as true to it as what I'd originally hoped. In my head, I wanted to visit 12 different locations, travelling into London once a month and seeing what I could capture with the camera. Life, though, has a habit of getting in the way, doesn't it? Other plans, other trips out with the camera meant I wasn't quite able to complete the project as well as what I'd originally hoped. Even still though, there have been some amazing journeys up here, a chance to do a different type of photography. My adventures along Regent's Canal produced some of my favourite shots that I've captured in the entirety of this year, and I have been to some great places. Then there was the trip to London City Airport, where I don't think I've ever quite had so much fun with the camera. Can guarantee that'll be a location I'll be heading back to again soon. This morning's trip is something like my 7th trip up to London this calendar year. With the weeks rolling by rather quickly, we're almost into 2026 now, so this will probably be my last visit up to the capital this year. Will the London photography project continue into next year? It's possible. I mean, I doubt I'll do it as often as I intended in 2025. There's other ventures, other challenges that I'll want to set myself for 2026. However, what this project has reminded me is the fact that London has so much beauty to offer. This today, my last trip up to London, brings me into the heart of the capital. Every other trip so far, it's almost been around on the fringes, on the outskirts, Greenwich Park, London City Airport, even kind of Regent's Canal and Primrose Hill. This though is a spot I've long wanted to come back to with the camera. I've only ever been out here the once, and my perfectionist brain messed the shot up. We're overlooking the Millennium Bridge with St Paul's Cathedral in the background, just waiting for a nice early sunrise to come up. Got these glass panels though, leading you towards St Paul's in the background, and if I don't position the tripod in exactly the right place, I don't get that ideal symmetry that I'm after, that I'm chasing. This is a spot that I've wanted to come out to for a while. Timings with when sunrise is, being able to rely on public transportation doesn't make it easy, so I've had to wait right until the end of the year before I've been able to come up here. At the moment, settings are very much based on pre-sunrise. ISO 100 f8 gives me a 20-second shutter at the moment, so not too bad. All I need now though, just a little bit of colour, just to round off what has been a really fun year of coming up to the capital and getting out and seeing London through the back of the camera. Okay, back in the warmth of my car now after what was a great photo shoot around the London Docklands. This is where I'm going to leave you for now though. Thank you so much for watching, but it leaves me to say but one thing from me to you. Goodbye.